Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is take a nap. Hey, I'm Dylan, and you're listening to Unlocked, your daily key to unlocking God's Word in your life. Life can get busy pretty fast. There's school, sports, friends, family, even good things like serving in church. But Jesus shows us something important. Even he took time to rest. He invited his disciples to get away with him, to recharge before jumping back into the work God had for them. So how can we follow that example? Let's get into it with A Quiet Place by Rebecca Duvall. Have you ever heard the story of Jesus feeding the 5,000? If you spend a lot of time in Sunday school or youth groups, familiar stories like this one can be easy to skim over. But when I reread Mark recently, I found my eyes drawn to the verses just before this miracle. It's fair to assume that Jesus and his 12 apostles are exhausted. They've been so busy, they haven't even had a chance to eat. So Jesus tells his disciples in Mark 6:31, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." It is a quiet place, a solitary place. The disciples call it remote, far enough from civilization that when the crowds follow them because they want to see Jesus, the 12 urge him to send the people away to the surrounding villages to find food. In a place like this, there was nothing to distract the apostles from Jesus. Life can be exhausting. School and friends and chores eat up our time and energy. And before we know it, our time alone with Jesus falls to the wayside. All of these things are important, but God calls us to take time away to rest in him. When was the last time you spent time alone with Jesus? He doesn't call you to work until you fall over, even if your work is all good things. He calls his disciples away to a remote place to rest and then return to work with renewed energy. All right, let's think about this for a second. Can you think of a time you felt exhausted? Did you notice any ways God invited you to rest in that time? What is a quiet or solitary place you can visit to spend some time with Jesus? It might be a private spot in your home, a peaceful nook in the library, or somewhere outside. If you're not sure where you could go, consider taking a moment to ask God to help you notice where he is providing a place for you. Now, as you and I can read in Mark 6:32, so they went away by themselves in a boat to a solitary place. Don't just take my word for it. Dive deeper into Matthew 11:28-30, Mark 6 verses 30 to 44, and Luke 5:16 and chapter 6 verses 12 to 13 to keep God's word alive in your life. Unlocked is a resource from Keys for Kids Ministries. And you want to show your love for Unlocked and help keeping it going at the same time? Well, you can check out our merch. We've got some great stuff, and when you make a purchase, you're helping support the ministry too. So head to shop.keysforkids.org and tap on merch there in the menu. And come back for tomorrow's devotion with Natalie, learning more from the story of feeding the 5,000 that we touched on earlier. But until then, I'm Dylan, encouraging you to live life unlocked, opening the door to God in your life.